Hello and welcome to a new video. Welcome back to Sydney Football TV. Hope you're doing great. If you're a Sydney FC fan, we're doing great. We're doing great. Sydney FC have defeated Perth Glory by 4-1. It is the first time we managed to score 4 goals in one game this season. Better late than never. Took us until the last 3 rounds to do so. It's also our first win since the 4th of March. So we haven't won a game for over a month heading into this game. So it was a much needed win from every single aspect. From whichever way you look at it, it was a must-win game. We needed a strong reaction after a poor run of form, and we got a win that was convincing. It was not only a win, but it was also a convincing win. We played very good football. It was not it was not 100% convincing, but it was for the most part very convincing. For the most part, just because I think. Look, we made a number of defensive mistakes that we shouldn't have made, and I think we should have scored more goals. That was another thing. But look, I think those were the only 2 negative aspects about the performance. Otherwise, it was, barring those 2 aspects, it was a complete performance. So, look, another thing is, to an extent, I forgot what it feels like to win a game, right? We haven't won a game for over a month. We head into this game and then we win 4-1 convincingly. Before the game, for the last month, a month and 10 days roughly, I forgot to an extent what it feels like to win a game. And, winning this game has brought the winning feeling back. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but for me, the poor run of form literally to an extent made me forget what it feels like to win a game. So that's how much we needed to win the game. Obviously, you may not have forgotten the winning feeling like me, but yeah, it was a must-win game in every single regard. So getting into the details, I think in the first 5 minutes, Perth Glory had more of the possession in the first 5 minutes. They couldn't do anything with the possession, and they really did not attack effectively in the first 5 minutes. So despite them having the possession, we were the ones in control, right? Off-ball control. After that, until, from the 5th minute until the end of the half, we started gaining more possession. We started obviously gaining on-ball on-ball control as well. And look, when we attacked, there were so many ways in which we attacked. There was diversity in terms of the ways we attacked. There were through balls, there were long balls, there were cut-ins, there were crosses. There were a lot of combination plays, which was really good to see, and it makes you wonder, where was this from the beginning of the season, right? Why did it take us this long to be playing this well? We needed to see this from the beginning of the season. On our day, we're a very good side, right? I don't think anyone can deny this. On our day, we're a very good side. And yeah, there were link-ups, combination plays. We moved the ball very quickly, did not get dispossessed unnecessarily or, very often. So we managed to keep the ball and we moved it quickly. Everything was there. Obviously, we made some defensive mistakes, but for the most part, it was really good to see. And in terms of the way Perth Glory attacked, right, in the first, or how they attempted to attack, they were mostly coming through the right-hand side. Anthony Burke-Gilroy's side, Joel King's side, the right-hand side. They were just mostly attacking from there. And, that shows you that, look, despite making a few defensive mistakes, we also had them read in terms of our defending. So, really, Perth Glory in that first half, they scored their equaliser just before half-time. They had, I think it was 2 dangerous chances from inside the box. Adam Taggart's, I believe it was, who took a shot from inside the box. Moment of sloppy defending, saved by Redmayne. And then another one which was similar, something like that. Otherwise, really, we had them well read, and they couldn't do anything. So That was in terms of how they attempted to attack. And another thing was that when we counter-attacked, right, when Perth Glory did manage to, push forward and get the ball forward, when we obviously dispossessed them, there were plenty of times because we had them well read. When we counter-attacked, our counter-attacking was deadly. Very, very deadly, very quick, right? It just took us maybe 2 passes, 3 passes, and that was it. We were instantly in their final third. So that was something we needed to, we didn't see that for this season and last season. We didn't see much of that. So it was really refreshing to see that even a counter-attacking play was very fast, very deadly. So I don't know what Corica did in training, but hopefully he keeps doing that he keeps doing those drills that he did in training over the last week, because that was really good. So we scored our first goal in the 8th minute. It was Adam Lafondra's goal. Obviously, it was a well-worked goal in the build-up. I think it was Joe Lolly with the assist, and Adam Lafondra managed to get away from his marker. I think it was Jordan Elsey, and he managed to tap the ball home. His off-ball movement was fantastic, and it was a very well-worked goal. That was inside 8 minutes, and after that we continued to have the on-ball control, of course, and we probably should have scored more in that first half and in the second half as well. But in the first half, I think we should have added more goals, but it wasn't to be. Otherwise, really, as I said, as we said, it was there was a lot of diversity in terms of the way we attacked. We had them well read when they attempted to attack. There were many good link-up plays. We were deadly on transitions, which was refreshing to see, and it was beautiful to watch. That was the first half. They obviously equalised against the run of play, unfortunately. In roughly the 44th minute, just before half-time, it was Adam Zimmerino. I think it was a bit of a lapse in concentration. Mustafa Amini with the assist. And Adam Zimmerino obviously took his touch and then curled it with his left foot. It was a good goal, credit to him. Can't take away anything from it. It was a good goal. So the first half ended 1-1, but realistically, it should have ended maybe 3-0. Because the scenario would have changed if we scored another goal or two, right? And they wouldn't have scored their goal towards the end of the half. But look, we didn't drop our heads or anything like that. We kept pushing. Perth Glory obviously started the second half with the possession once again. They had an early opportunity in that second half through Adam Taggart in the 49th minute. His shot was saved by Redmayne. It was a bit dangerous, to be fair. Another one of the few moments that we had where there was a bit of a lapse in concentration. But after that, it was a really similar scenario. But in the second half, we did it better. We did it better in that second half, because in the 51st minute, we scored 3 goals in 21 minutes, roughly in 21 minutes, roughly. So, when was the last time we saw that? It wasn't this season. I think it was Central Coast Mariners last season, which was a year ago, roughly a year ago. So that says it all. We haven't seen this in a long time. Lolly, obviously after linking up with Alfie, fantastic combination play, and he gave him the ball. Alfie cut back, and then returned the ball to him, and Lolly was obviously left unmarked. Someone chased him and he tucked the ball home from inside the box. And then in the 63rd minute, Robert Mack with a very, very nice goal. Joel King on a very nice through ball through the channel. Robert Mack obviously pointed to where he wanted the ball, because the channel for the through ball was open. That was obviously sloppy from Perth Glory's defence, which is something we took advantage of. And Robert Mack dribbled past Darryl Lockman, and then he took the shot, and it was a fantastic hit. Very, very well worked goal. Nice through ball from Joel King. Brilliant off ball movement from Robert Mack, and the dribble and then the finish. That's what we brought him into the club for. Fantastic from Robert Mack. And then our fourth goal came in the 72nd minute. Ryan Grant, well-worked corner this time. Corner was taken, gets sent to, or passed to Robert Mack, and Robert Mack passed it to Caceres, who was on the edge of the box, and Caceres drove back into the box and then passed the ball to, or low cross, to Ryan Grant, and Ryan Grant tucked the ball home, and Perth Glory's defence was just ball watching. So it's usually us who are doing the ball watching, but in this game it was we made them do the ball watching, and that was refreshing to see. So fantastic stuff, good link-ups, well-worked goals, and we moved the ball quickly, and on transitions, man, that was beautiful to see when Perth Glory did manage to reach our final third somehow, some way, through a long ball or whatever. When we counter-attacked, they were slow, right? And they couldn't keep up because they couldn't keep up with that pace. And we reached their final third within 3-4 seconds, or at max 5 seconds. That was really good to see. And obviously we kept searching for more goals after that. We did have more one-on-ones in the last 15 or 15, 18, whatever. And yeah, but unfortunately we couldn't score another goal, but we should have because we had one-on-ones, we had dangerous chances after that to add more goals, but we couldn't. And yeah, we stretched their defence really well throughout the second half and the first half as well, but in the second half in particular, that was beautiful. The reaction was strong after conceding that equaliser. We did not drop our heads, we kept pushing, and it was a one-sided second half, apart from the first 5 minutes, just like the first half, but the second half in particular was even better. Scoring 3 goals inside 21 or so minutes, everything was really good. The one thing, in terms of Corica's game management, one thing that was not good was that he only gave Jaden Kaczarski 3 minutes, right? He should have been given more game time because the game was, said and done, right? Where it was 4-1, so should have been given at least 15 minutes. Crucial for his development at a senior level. Jake Girdwood-Reich, I think, should have come on earlier as well. Patrick Wood got 15 or so minutes. Not too bad, I guess. Adrian Segasic should have got more game time. So that was like, why? Even when we're winning comfortably and, the game is said and done, you're not giving the youngsters crucial game time for them to, develop at a senior level. So that was not good. That was not good at all from Steve Corica, and that this is the only thing I'm going to criticise him over. Otherwise, his game management was really good, and whatever he did in training throughout last week, the drills he did, hopefully he just keeps doing those drills, because that was absolutely fantastic. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments down below. As always, I would love to read your comments and thoughts. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.